Article 2, subsection 1 of the United Nations Charter, which was established in 1945, actually elaborates and clarifies what the meaning of sovereignty means. And I'm going to read that. The organization is based on the principle of sovereign equality of its members, meaning all states have equal rights and obligations regardless of size, power, or wealth. Sovereignty includes independence, territorial integrity, and control over internal affairs without external interference. Let me say the last line. Sovereignty includes independence, territorial integrity, and control over internal affairs without external interference. Ladies and gentlemen, John here. Thank you for tuning in and welcome back once again to This World, My Take. Your go-to space for headlines made in real life. You guys good? I hope you're having a good week start, folks. And I want us to talk about something real pertinent today. And this is the beef between Donald J. Trump and the Prime Minister of India. Yes, we have seen that in the past couple of hours. This man has been posting, threatening the PM of India. And the question I would like to ask is, does this old grandpa understand that the United Nations has a charter that actually gives India the explicit right to handle its internal affairs the way it deems fit? Before we do that, folks, please, I would like you to please help support the platform. Do not forget to hit that subscribe button, smash that like, man, and give us that thumbs up, man, and share. You feel me? Let that notification button be hit too, so that whenever we do drop something, you be the first to, get notified. So, folks, I started this video by actually quoting Article 2, subsection 1 of the United Nations Charter that was established in 1945. And in that charter, it says that each nation, each member state, regardless of size, regardless of wealth, and regardless of power, is sovereign and people have to respect it. And under that same Article 2, subsection 1, every sovereignty means that each member state has the right to independence, they have the right to territorial integrity, and they have the right to control over their internal affairs, which means any country in the world can decide to do business with any country in the world without actually asking for permission from any other country around the world. But folks, what we have seen since January, since Donald J. Trump, yes, the Donny the Chief got into power is this man goes around thinking that he is the emperor of earth. This man thinks that he was elected by the American people to control things around the world. But this is not true, folks. Now, there is the situation of the war between Russia and Ukraine, and we've seen how NATO with under America, first of all, they got into this beef because Joe Biden actually let this whole issue get to where it is today. Now, NATO with America, they think that they could actually bring Ukraine into NATO and the European Union right after. For the past couple of years, ladies and gentlemen, Russia, from the disintegration of USSR, the old Soviet Union, told these folks, go whichever direction you want to go, but please understand that you are not supposed to come around my borders, around me. But these folks thought that Russia was playing, and hence the war that is ongoing with Ukraine right now. And let me say this, the European Union and America have been helping Ukraine to sustain this war, because we do know that if it was just Ukraine, Russia would have crushed Ukraine a long time ago. So technically speaking, Russia is actually fighting the whole of the West and their allies and NATO and everything. So do not be confused when you see people go online and try to act like Russia cannot defeat Ukraine. No. The whole West is supporting Ukraine. Now, I'm not here to debate who is to support who. I'm here to debate on the point that Donald J. Trump, he posted something recently which is actually disturbing, but we all know that this man is beyond that stage of we thinking that he's weird. This man is just everything. So this man posted a couple of hours ago on his true social media saying this: India is not only buying massive amount of Russian oil, they are then for much of the oil purchase, selling it onto the open market for big profits. They don't care how many people in Ukraine are being killed by the Russian war machine. Because of this, I will substantially be raising the tariff paid by India to the US. Thank you for your attention to this matter. Let me just say this, folks. Why does this man always post this thing? Thank you for your attention to this matter, as if it actually matters a lot to so many people reading. Folks, let me say this. Any country has the right, as per the United Nations Charter established in 1945. India has the sole right if they want to buy from any country. They have the sole right to do so. And Russia has the right to sell its oil to any country around the world. That should not be America's issue. I don't see why it is America's problem. And this man went on and said, India buys the oil and resells it to the open market. That is what is called being a businessman is. You buy from X and you resell over here. When France was buying and pilfering uranium from the AES countries and reselling it to the Western countries, I didn't see any back and forth issue with it. But just because it has to do with Russia which, ladies and gentlemen, there is something going on which we are still to get to the bottom of. It seems as if Donald Trump is forgetting the role Russia has played in his business life, especially when it comes to Russian oligarchs. I don't want to dive into that story. I want us to focus with this whole Indian hate and whole Indian beef with Prime Minister Modi. This man said that India doesn't care about how many people are killed in the Ukraine war by the Russian machine. You guys need to give weapons to Ukraine. Russia has its allies that is giving its weapon. Why is that a problem? The West is always acting like they should control the whole, especially America. Let me say this. It needs to get to a point where we all should just shut the hell up and mind our own business and grow our own economy. You cannot control the whole world forever. Trust me. And BRICS is out. And look, ladies and gentlemen, within the next 2 decades, I am telling you, this world is going to be so changed. A whole lot of people will be like, what? Why didn't people really think about switching this way? And this man said India is not worried about how many people get killed in Ukraine. Is America or is Donald J. Trump worried about how many civilians are being killed in the Gaza Strip with all of the weapons, the bombs, the everything that you are supplying to Benjamin Netanyahu, a genocidal dictator and a corrupt criminal too, just like yourself? Do you worry about that? I don't see you talking about, children who went to get aid, food, got shot and killed. You're not worried about that. But all of a sudden, you are worried about India buying Russian oil and making a business out of it. Folks, this man is trying to use tariff to just tear up the whole global system. He is doing that. And is going to backfire big time on the American people. Ladies and gentlemen, companies are being closed in the US. People are shutting down their farms, companies, because of tariffs. And don't let this clown deceive you, America. Any tariff that he imposes, and if you buy any product from these countries, you pay that tax. You will pay it, not the country that this man claims that he's imposing, is punishing. It doesn't work like that, folks. So I will end this vlog by asking you, is it okay for America, especially Trump, to think that America is supposed to dictate to the whole world how to do business? If you increase tariff on India, India can do business with other countries around the world. They don't have to do it with you. This world is complicated, folks. We're going to keep talking about it. Stay blessed and let me know exactly what you think down in the comment section. Bless.